That's right. And they are going to be starting with tourney flags 1, so it's going to be kind of a vanilla setup on the maps. But like we said, everything's randomized, and off they go to World 2.
Yep, we are wasting no time. We are starting at World 2, and our first one is 6-2.
Not a bad stage to start out with, honestly. It's a little slow moving for my taste, but as far as the enemies go, they're pretty avoidable. Plenty of power-ups here, so as long as they know how to navigate the ice, they should be fine.
Yeah, at least it's not an 8-1 start. Of course, we still have a lot of this World 2 left to go, but yeah, 6-2, you're absolutely right there, Gimp. Not the hardest stage in the world to start with. It's a pretty good one, I'd say.
Yeah. Ooh, looks like JJBlu does take a death there to start out.
Yeah, those ice physics, you still got to be aware of that, and our other 3 runners do exit the pipe successfully, and they're pretty much neck and neck with each other.
Yeah, they're roughly around, I would say, I think clarisdatcom is about half a second ahead, and that's, again, that's not much. And they find 7-9 here, the Blue Maze, to start out.
Yep, that's right. Now, even though all 4 of these runners are doing the exact same seed, the ones on the left, clarisdatcom and JJBlu, they're going up against each other, so wherever they finish relative to their SRL times is important as far as their matchups are concerned. And gamercal and BigZeeff on the right, likewise, it's their 2 times that are significant in terms of who wins or loses their particular race.
And that's correct, yeah. gamercal did get a 2-0 last night, so he has a really nice start to his group stage.
gamercal, I would imagine, is probably one of the big-time players here in this particular group. But, of course, in Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer, anything can happen because resource management tends to be a key more often than not.
Yeah, especially in the Tourney 1 flags. Clouds and hammers are going to play a huge part as far as getting through the maps quickly. And they will find themselves in 4F1 here to start the first fortress.
4F1, we'll see, and it looks like gamercal is going to take the shortcut. Some people might say it's more difficult because you have the thwomps and the extra enemies to deal with, but some people might take the underground pipe. But we have 3 players who are not taking that underground pipe. They are taking the shortcut, and it looks like that gamercal is going to be the first one across the gauntlet to Boom Boom.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky, but if you have a proper use of damage boost and you know how to skip that final thwomp, the stage is actually relatively pretty quick.
Alright, and everybody having no trouble at all with Boom Boom, and they're going to move on to panel 3, where we have, it looks like 5-7.
5-7's not a bad one, but there are a ton of enemies, and there is going to be that Latiku that will try to snipe you out from the sky.
Yeah, the good old Lakitu or Lakitu, tomato, tomato, potato, potato, whatever you want to call that enemy, but no problem for any of our runners here, as gamercal will complete his hand.
It looks like Claris is using the option of finding that infinite star. Kind of a nice trade-off. You sometimes will find a star, and if you find a coin box that's supposed to technically be part of a chain, you can continuously get a star throughout the level.
And next up we have 6-7 now.
This randomizer might be a little confused seeing a desert world and a bunch of ice levels with it.
So right now this World 1 looks to be relatively tame for all 4 of our runners here to start things off. I like to see a World 1 that starts pretty easy, and then if they want to ramp up the difficulty, by that time you'll have plenty of power-ups to tackle it with, as opposed to nothing.
Exactly, yeah, because when you have that heavy World 1 to start out and you use all your power-ups, you get into World 2 and you need that hammer, or you need that cloud, or you need the mushroom just to get past the stage. It could be really troublesome for the runners.
gamercal the first to play the card game here, but no matches, the board goes back, he'll have to try again next time. Every 80,000 points gives you that end card game.
Yep, and the end card game rewards are all randomized as well, part of this randomizer, so even if it says 1-up, like Claris just got, that's not a 1-up. So we'll find out what it is after.
I mean, it could be a 1-up, but the odds of that are pretty low.
Yeah, they're pretty low. Sometimes they do show up that way. gamercal finds himself in 2-5 here.
2-5, another pretty easy level here. So again, this World 1, being very generous to these players here, and we'll see what happens here. It looks like clarisdatcom and gamercal both have leads on their opponents, because their opponents are both on 6-7 at the moment, but still pretty early on.
BigZeeff just took a dive into the pit there. He's going to have to replay it now.
Ooh, that's a tough break for him. That's the second time he's already fell victim to that pit here in 6-7, and he's down to just 1 extra life.
It looks like gamercal is finding 2-1 here in the pyramid stage.
Alright, but unfortunately he loses his raccoon tail there, as does clarisdatcom against these Fire Brothers, trying to time the jump perfectly, which he does, and he will get a mushroom.
BigZeeff does get through his stage, so he'll be moving on finally. Oh, he got a nice little mushroom that noped right, that little hammer brother that noped right out of there.
Music box for clarisdatcom on the Fire Brother there, which could come in handy come to World 7 time.
That's correct, yeah, especially with the Piranha Plants. So, gamercal finds himself in the World 5 airship. Relatively easy one. It tries to be intimidating with all these cannons and whatnot, but you take the top route, you won't have to see them at all.
Yeah, and of course we've got Morton, and it's a 1-hit, so not much salt in Morton Koopa's body for this particular race. So easy kill there for gamercal.
Yep, well, so he'll be moving into World 2. Let's see what you guys in chat think World 2 is going to be. Personally, I think it's going to be World 4.
I'm going to say it's going to be World 5, as clarisdatcom gets the 3 of a kind. That's 5 up for him.
Yeah, that's going to give him plenty of lives. He's going to be pretty secure for the rest of the run, I think. Unlike JJBlu and BigZeeff, who are kind of struggling with lives at this moment.
Yeah, BigZeeff might want to go for the triple there, and it's World 6!
Ooh, a long world to start this out. I actually wouldn't mind seeing this one. World 6 is long regardless of your power-ups either way. So seeing this world right now, with a good pipe like you just got, I'd rather knock it out first.
We have 3-7 now for gamercal. There is a extra item at the end if you take the Cloud Heaven, but because Cloud Heavens are auto-scrollers, it's not a favorable play at this time. I say if Fred removes that, you may see it more often.
I agree, yeah. Especially that auto-scroller with the Coin Heaven, it's just not worth it.
No, not at all. BigZeeff down to his last life here in 2-1. I think he should get that 5 of a kind if he can, but it's kind of a tough shot here because there's not much room between the pipe and the card at the end, so you really got to gather up that speed or you're going to miss out on the star.
Yeah, and I do want to point out that JJBlu is catching up to Claris. He's only about roughly half a stage behind.
And BigZeeff does get the 3 of a kind. He'll get his 5 up, a very crucial time for that.
Yeah, gamercal here is working on 6-1 with that Boss Bass hot on his tail, so he's going to watch out for that guy.
clarisdatcom is going to take the Coin Heaven here at 3-7, the jackpot level. We're going to find out what kind of item lies at the end of all of these coins. So, interesting strategy by Claris. His prize is going to be an anchor. It could be anything.
Yeah, that's the thing. An anchor could be a mushroom, fire flower, tanuki suit, hammer suit. We don't know. It's a completely randomized item in the tournament.
And back to the cards is gamercal. Does not find the match on the 20 coins, but there's the 10. He finds a match on that. There's the other mushroom. Oh, but he forgot where it was. It's the one to the right.
I'm going to back up and do that coin chip real quick.
With the auto scroll turned off, it's much more palatable to do a coin chip. Plus, you have a chance to get extra lives if you're definitely running low.
Yeah, BigZeeff finally moving on to World 2. I'm glad he got out of that. He was struggling a little bit with the first world.
gamercal getting a P-Wing out of that coin chip, and now he's on to panel 7. We find set 7-3.
Yes, it is. 7-3.
I was just mentioning the other day how I haven't seen 7-3 yet in the races I've seen, so finally we have 7-3. That's just one of the levels that normally has an infinite star. You see, Gimp, all I have to do is talk about it, and the situation presents itself.
Yeah, that also could be known as a commentator's curse. I gave that to Pro earlier today, so I'm going to try to keep my mouth shut at certain points.
Absolutely, because when I was doing it was a very entertaining Zelda Randomizer swordless race yesterday. We were talking about the letter, calling it the prescription, and all of a sudden, about 10 seconds later, they find the letter.
Oh. gamercal finds himself in a 5F1. Finding that star is going to make the stage extremely easy for him.
Well, absolutely. Here can speed through that final thwomp and just has to tangle with the Boom Boom. And clarisdatcom down to his last set of cards, and he has cleared the board. Very nicely done.
Looks like he found some clouds out of there. No hammers, but the clouds are going to be extremely useful later on.
Absolutely. I think we saw a Tanuki suit in there as well, so some good stuff there in the end card game.
Yeah, I don't think I saw a Hammer Brothers suit, so that's going to be the hunt for that. They're going to want to find that item. It's going to be very crucial for Bowser's fight.
And it could very well be a premium item here in this particular Seed Gimp, because they want to have it for Bowser at the end.
Yeah. gamercal finishing up his waterfall level here. It's one of the few beta stages you may see here.
Just based off the exit pipes, I speculate it's the 7.6 beta.
Yeah. Looks like gamercal is going to find Piranha Alley here, one of the more troublesome levels. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And there is a pipe that's going to give him a giant question block that'll have a power-up in all likelihood. Ooh, a star, but misses out on it. Just says, bump the star. I'm going to keep going. And we find some mushroom. Oh!
Look out for Boss Bass.
It's Boss Bass. I would definitely take that pipe now.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be taking a pipe. He's just got to get there in one piece.
Yeah, it's easier said than done. Here's the pipe, but he's got to get past this Paragoomba. Success! Oh, but it's one-ups behind the no power-up for gamercal. So he's going to have to complete the rest of 7, 8 as Small Mario, but there's not much of it left. He just has to get through the final hurdle, and success!
There. Nicely done.
Very nicely done indeed. BigZeeff now into 7-3. JJBlu completing the coin ship, and clarisdatcom completing his hand. So all of our runners doing a pretty good job in the early stages. No match on the 20 coin.
He does make that match with mushrooms, yeah. Missed that one last time.
But there's the 20 coin. But now good chance he'll clear the board next time he plays the end card game.
Fortunately, does not have a hammer, so he's going to have to play the stage, which will be the Desert Fort.
Yep, Fort 2 or the Motorway or whatever it's called.
What is it, Morton's Motorway?
I don't know why it's called that. I just saw it in the instructions that it was called the Mortar Fort, I think. And Claris is about to discover that it's just one-ups. He'll take one of them.
That's not a bad choice. I think even he does have 14 lives, but the extra lives help for later on.
Yeah, 'cause you never know what stages could be coming up later.
Especially
and Spike Fort as well. Spike Fort's another name for it because there are a lot of spikes in that second half.
That is true. So honestly, all four racers are generally a stage or two within each other, so it's still a really tight race.
Oh, but JJBlu shorts that jump in 7-3, so he's going to have to try it again. Tough break.
So gamercal finds himself in the World 2 airship. Pretty easy if you got some flight there. Fly right over the mast, skip half of it.
Of course, because it's World 6's board, we have Lemmy, the circus performer here. Let's see how many hits he takes. One's not enough. Looking for 2. That's not going to cut it. Watch out for those balls.
And
3
got him on 3. Nice.
clarisdatcom going to have to be careful here with that tail because there are invisible spikes that you can't see on top. And if you fly too high, you're going to get hit.
That is true. So now with that down, we have World 2 and World 6 done. So what do you think World 3 is going to be?
World 3.
World 3? You think it's going to be a vanilla World 3? Chat, what do you guys think?
I think we're due for a Fred. Let's see what the prize is for Peach's letter is going to be for gamercal. He's going to find that it is...
a hammer.
A hammer!
Oh, nice.
7. 7. And speaking of that music box we were talking about earlier, could come in handy now.
That's right, especially with the hammer, too. If he finds the correct pipe, he can skip this entire world.
Gamercal doesn't
look like he has one.
Yeah, doesn't like what he sees there, so he'll go ahead and try panel 1, and it's 3-8.
Yeah, luckily no Boss Bass right now, so fairly easy stage, just a lot of swimming to do. Got some fire nips there, too.
Taking a death late in 7-5 behind panel number 10, so now he's going to do panel 9 and 5th C's. It ain't much better in 7-8. Zeef getting clipped by the end of that Piranha, and it's now decision time. He's going for the frog suit to start 7-8 now.
It's not a bad choice. I honestly might have gone with the P-Wing, but if he's going to be using it for the 2 HP, I don't blame him.
Oh, gamercal found the stealth pipe that takes you to the dead end where you can do absolutely nothing. So bad luck there for gamercal, and now we're at 4-4.
Yeah, there's another one of those levels where he's going to try and snipe you out from the sky.
BigZeeff is able to get to the pipe, but not before losing his power, but he's not going to be... Well, he actually is going to be happy because he was down to 3 lives. He'll take all 3. He'll take all 3.
Yeah, it's not a bad decision. Grabbing those 3 lives, especially when he's sitting at 3 himself. Nice little insurance.
JJBlu now at 7-8. He still has his raccoon suit tag. Doesn't go into the pipe, which is fine because, again, all that's there are the 3-ups. But he's got to be careful that it doesn't get swallowed up by Boss Bass. The dash is on. He made it.
Oof. A little scary there for JJBlu.
Oh, that was scary indeed. As clarisdatcom is done with his level, the 3-8. So he's got 2 stars on the board. And from one water level to another water level, it's 3-1 now for gamercal.
And gamercal did find the what we like to call the correct pipe, because all it's got is a lock. You can break it and move right on in.
Yeah, clarisdatcom also finding that same dead-end pipe, so he'll have to go back.
And both of our battle runners right now are dealing with the desert fort.
Oh, BigZeeff shortening that jump down to Small Mario, so he's going to need a very clean boom boom fight. Now we're at 6F1, the escalator fort.
You'll notice a lot of runners like to take the damage boost here on the spikes to give themselves a little bit of extra time. It saves roughly about 5-6 seconds, but I don't blame gamercal by taking it easy here. Keeping that mushroom is important.
Yeah, because there could be a power up there, but he's not going to check that out here. He's just going to make a mad dash where he'll get the leaf here.
Yeah, especially if you can make the movement through there, especially with the randomizer. If the star shows up in that block, you're golden, but in the vanilla game, the star appears in the middle block of that room.
Both BigZeeff and JJBlu complete their cards, and they have all the prizes, so they'll get a fresh set on the next 80,000.
Yeah, with the 2 clouds, I mean, I honestly, I think I might play it one more time just to get the extra clouds.
And gamercal also clears the board on his end card game. We see that gamercal uses a star here on this Piranha stage, and his reward's going to be another hammer.
Yeah, so that's a good move by him, not putting him to sleep. As you see, Claris did put his to sleep, so he will miss out on the hammer.
Yeah, and that could come back to haunt him later on against JJBlu. We'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, because that's a game changer of minutes there, if anything. Ludwig showing he's only got 2 hits.
Wow, 2 hits, that's it. So a very tame Luddy Von Koopa. So good fight there for gamercal. He'll be the first, as well as clarisdatcom, pretty much side by side. clarisdatcom actually the first to get the, actually it's not going to be any kind of gift because it's going to be the letter from Bowser.
Yeah. So let's see what we think. I think World 4, this might be a World, maybe this is our Fred, the World 4.
Well, we're about to find out.
And it is.
There you go. So we knew the Fred was coming. I was 1 world too early.
It's alright. For having it be on our first Fred today, it's pretty late in the game, honestly.
Yeah, and clarisdatcom, unfortunately, doesn't have the hammer, as gamercal will have the hammer to go to 5F2, the Sky Fort. No match on the mushroom there for Claris. Knows where the 1-up is. Now looking for the star, but finds a 20 instead. And JJBlu completes 3-8. BigZeeff now in World 3 with 2 stars in hand, but he too finds that dead-end pipe. I believe clarisdatcom's in, this looks like 5-4?
Yes, it looks like 5-4. See, now that's where it's kind of playing a big part. gamercal had the hammer, Claris did not, so he's going to have to play through World 4.
And here's 7-7 now for gamercal, a level that has the infinite star. You got to go as fast as you can, but one part that usually trips up people, I know it tripped me up playing this as a kid, is doing the slide underneath a pipe that's coming up right here on Gamer's side. Right there.
And Claris finding himself in, I believe, 6-9 here.
6-9 has a hidden pipe that normally has, I believe, 3 1-ups.
So they could take that, but the faster route obviously is just going through it as is.
Oh yeah, easily. And gamercal trying his luck against the Fire Brothers, successful, and he'll get another hammer. Wow.
Wow. This is going to be a very fast seed here, depending on how they use them.
Yep, and gamercal going to take the coin ship here, get his fill on the cash, and hopefully take down these Boomerang Brothers with ease. Wow! Speaking of ease, don't blink, you'll miss it, and there's another music box.
So we like to call the swag stats there. The swag strategy. The moment you get out of the pipe, fire, turn, fire. That's all you got to do.
clarisdatcom now at 610. Now, did you know there is a pipe here in 610, Gimp?
Yes, there is. It's at the very top of that tower. There's actually a hidden vine there that you can take.
That's correct, because what you do is with the fire, you unfreeze those chompers there where the pipe is, get the P block, and those chompers turn into coins. You can actually go in there and get a Hammer Brothers power-up.
Yeah, not many people will take that route.
Oh, I'm not saying anybody would take that route, but I was actually studying the maps here prior to the beginning of that tournament. I actually didn't know about that until then. That's amazing.
I didn't know. I did it by accident while I was practicing one day, and I'm like, oh, well, there's a power-up down here.
And next up, we have door number 6, the ultimate game of Let's Make a Deal. Where is the way out? It, of course, is door number 6. But door number 5 has a power-up, and gamercal will go ahead and pick it up.
Yeah, the magic door for it. We like this one. It's fairly easy. It's kind of a free stage, honestly, if you know the movements. The one thing that we don't want is for Fred to randomize the doors on us.
Come on, that would make it exciting. That would make it more fun.
That would be in a tournament all in itself. Magic Door Fort Tournament.
Yes. Absolutely. But gamercal is done with that fort, builds the bridge, and we have World 3's airship. So Iggy Koopa will be at the end, who has arguably the wonkiest hitbox of all the Koopalings.
Ooh, and JJBlu is also going to skip the Piranha Plant there, so unfortunately he is not going to make that much ground up on Claris.
Yeah, tough break there, because he could have definitely gained some ground on Claris by grabbing that hammer out of the Piranha stage, but hindsight is 20/20, so we'll see how this plays out the rest of the way. And down goes Iggy on Gamer's side.
Very good fight for him on Iggy. Iggy can be extremely scary with that wonky hitbox he's got.
Yeah, absolutely. And Claris doing a good job here. The slide, he's in there, and very simple 7-7 for Claris. And we'll find out what is going to be the item that is enclosed within Peach's letter this time for gamercal, as BigZeeff is now into 6-9.
Gets a 1-up, but he does find World 1.
Wait, that's a 1-up and not a mushroom? I thought that was a mushroom.
No, it's a 1-up, I believe.
Oh, you can actually get 1-ups from Princess Toadstool. I did not know that.
Yeah, I have gotten 1-ups from her before.
Do you really have to pay attention to the color of the spots?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
But he did have a hammer here for World 1, so that's going to be extremely helpful.
All right, back to the cards for Claris, trying to find that last flower, but he's unsuccessful. And we have World 7's airship right away. This was the dream pipe for gamercal.
I think gamercal used some clouds here. This is the World 1.
Oh, World 1. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually didn't see World 1.
We haven't seen World 3 yet, so that we still have God pipes in play.
Yeah, I thought it was World 3, but no, he had the hammer, and he had some Drugum Clouds, and it's Cheatsy Koopa time. Let's see how many hits Larry takes. One's not enough. How about 2? No. Oh, timed it a little bit too early. He's a strong one. 4. Maximum. Maximum.
Got the 5 HP there.
Claris now at the 1-5 beta. I imagine he's going to try to avoid the... oh! But he gets the triple anyway, so we're treated to some more fireworks, and he's now up to 22 extra lives.
Yeah, and I've talked to Claris before, and he said that he struggles sometimes with just trying not to get 3 of a kind, even though he works on it. It happens. I mean,
it does happen.
He's got the lives if he needs them.
Yeah, he's got plenty of lives at his disposal. Now he's got 23 extra lives. And the item, a star from Peach this time. Now we're at World 5, so that means we're going to wrap up with Wendy at World 7 before we get to World 8.
Honestly, I'd rather not see Wendy at World 7.
Now, you're going to see him this time. This is 3-9 now on gamercal's side.
Looks like he's trying to go for that fire flower. Honestly, if I was him, I would just keep going.
Well, he probably should have taken your advice because he's not going to get the fire flower anyways.
Yeah, he might lose that mushroom too, but good work there.
Close. clarisdatcom getting ready to take down Boom Boom. Success, and 3F1 complete for Claris. And JJBlu trying to dance around the angry sun here in 610, which he does so. Nice job.
And now, the other 3 racers besides gamercal, they all skip that piranha plant. So that's proven right here. There's a lot of time they could have saved. As gamercal finds himself at 5-9.
Yeah, this is definitely not a time saver. This is a time sinker here. This is one of the 2 levels that have auto-scrollers that, unfortunately, we had no choice but to leave in due to technical difficulties.
It looks like he doesn't seem to have any enemies yet, so that's a good thing, because usually fire chomps are in this level. Oh, here they go.
Commentator's curse. All you had to do is say something, and the situation
say something, that's all.
Yep.
But he handles them with ease and makes that nice jump onto the platform. So, but yeah, the fire chomps prove to be a big problem in this stage, just because they come from underneath and they're firing fireballs at you.
That's the reason why I hated playing this stage as a kid. I would always Drugum Cloud or just use a P-Wing.
Yep. P-Wings are a safe way to go.
Gamer completes his hand, and BigZeeff now into 1-4, which is the first area where you can get a white mushroom house. Obviously, you're not going to see runners go out of their way to collect the coins necessary, but a little fun fact.
You know, I'm curious now when I do another practice run. I might just go for all the coins and see what I get.
It'd be interesting to see if the white mushroom house would actually come up in a randomizer. That I would be curious to see if that were to happen.
Claris now entering 5-3, and we're going to find 4-2. No boss bash, just a tiny cheap down there.
Oh, but shorten that jump a little bit, and I think he's going to miss out on that leaf. Too bad.
That star is going to make that stage real easy for him as he finishes it up.
That crosses through the finish line there. gamercal done with that. BigZeeff now into 3F1. clarisdatcom has reached the airship here in World 5, and it'll be a 5-hit Larry Koopa for him.
gamercal's doing another coin chip. See what he gets out of this one.
Won't have the fire flower to take down the Boomerang Brothers this time, but he makes quick work of them anyways, and he gets a P-Wing.
So right now, gamercal is missing a hammer. He needs a hammer right now.
Oh, absolutely, because otherwise he'll have to pick the lock the hard way here in World 5. World 6 is the... that's a star, so no hammer for gamercal.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to have a long World 5 coming up for him.
Yeah, but that's just the way it works sometimes, as we've now reached the tower.
Yeah, tower stage has to be in the vanilla game just because of from the vanilla game. It has to be this way because that's the way to move up into the second half of World 5. So But you'll see that change a little bit with the Flag 2 tourney seeds coming up next.
Yeah, because in those particular flags, there's no guarantee that we even need to play the tower.
Yeah, you could get a pipe that'll send you straight to the top.
Just got to watch out for that paradox pipe.
Exactly.
Now, clarisdatcom here, he's reached 3-9.
BigZeeff did get the command option from the king there.
Yeah, which would be, which I believe would be the Dragon Warrior little ditty we've got there.
That's right.
See, when I first saw a wild Tanuki appears, the first thing that came to my mind was Pokemon, but then when I saw Command, I'm like, nope, that's Dragon Warrior.
Yep. That was, I believe it was from one of the GDQs. That was kind of their meme for the run was Command.
Right. I'm guessing it has to do with NES cardinality, because I think that might have been the GDQ where he had his Dragon Warrior run, and that is one of his 2 emotes, the Command.
That's true. Correct. gamercal find himself in 4-1 here.
It's got a bunch of fire chomps, too.
Yeah. Not what you want to see. I'd rather just see the vanilla enemies, the big guys.
And I think one of the things regarding enemy sets, whenever you see fire chomps, fire snakes are sure to follow.
That's right. And they're going to be hot on your tail, following you everywhere.
And just a paratrooper to close out this whirl here. gamercal completes 4-1. He's going to try to avoid the triple, which he does. BigZeeff able to clear the Hammer Brothers here. Gets a Fire Flower and a P-Wing.
gamercal finding himself in one of the hammer stages. Or hand stages, sorry.
Yep,
This
so
one's
whatever.
flying cheap-cheeps.
Yep, that's right. So whatever item comes out of here will be the item that is in all 3 of the hand stages, and clarisdatcom this time is able to avoid the 3 of a kind.
Yeah. Ooh, and the hand stages are giving out clouds this time around, so that's going to be very useful later on.
Yeah, that's an excellent prize to have here, so we'll see if any more of those hand stages come up as we progress through the rest of this randomizer seed. gamercal going to yet another coin chip.
Does a good job of taking care of those boomerang bros, and will find himself a star.
Now, BigZeeff going to go up against 5 HP Cheatsy Koopa, as JJBlu is in 3-6. Claris is at the tower here. He's about midway up it, so he's closing in.
gamercal does take a death on the Air Force level.
That's kind of a tough level to have here, and it's a long ways to go upon death, so he's got to try not to have that happen again, or he's going to have to take another walk of shame. It's hard to believe that's only the first of the military stages so far.
Yeah, we haven't seen super tanks, navy, or even the or just the normal tank stage yet.
Yep, the army. Should be pretty easy for gamercal to take down this Boom Boom, and no problem.
Yeah, and Claris looking for that hammer. Unfortunately, it does not exist, so he will play the quicksand level here. Luckily, with no evil sun.
Yeah, no angry sun to distract him, but instead it's going to be the tiny Cheap Cheep, so going to have to be very careful here, because at the end you're going to have to deal with that Cheap Cheep again. Oh boy, here it comes. There it goes, very nice.
Yeah, he knew it was going to come up, so that's why you kind of saw him slow down there for a second.
And gamercal, I believe he was on the 7.3 beta there. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the cards now. He finds the pair of mushrooms and finds the pair of 20s and the flowers.
Wow.
He clears the board. Very nice. They were
Well
all
played,
bunched
man.
up. Yeah, very bunched up there. Now, one thing you should know is when we have a randomizer seed, there is going to be 8 unique different patterns of cards that each seed pertains to. You could get lucky and have the same pattern of cards come up back to back. In fact, in a race earlier this week, Garion had the same set 3 times in a row.
Oh wow, so he must have had an abundance of items at that point.
You better believe he did.
Yeah, BigZeeff took a death there on 5 5-3, which was 5-9, so it looks like he's probably just going to play the Fortress instead. Or he might just cloud over it.
Yep, and gamercal now going to World 4's airship, so we're going to have World 6's airship in World 7 coming out.
And ironically, both of the 2 races I commentated earlier, World 6 airship was the final airship.
Alright, let's see how many hits Roy, our boy, takes. 2, that's not enough. At least no earthquake. 3, that's not enough. 4 hits.
4 hits for Roy.
Now JJBlu is here in 3-9. BigZeeff has just completed 4-2, but now clarisdatcom trying his luck at the Air Force, and so far so good. Just a few more jumps left to go, and boom, boom, and he'll be done with it.
And ironically, if you think about it, the difference between Claris and gamercal, even though they're not racing each other, it's 3 stages. Those were the 3 stages he had to play in World 4.
Can you imagine if those 2 were up against each other? We would have ourselves quite the battle here. Now we're at World 3 to close things out. Before we head for World 8, gamercal looking for the dream pipe here, which he doesn't get. And I do apologize. That was not 7-3 that we had seen on gamercal's side, because now clarisdatcom's on the stage. That was 3-4.
Oh, 3-4. Those 2 are very, very close in design, just slightly different.
Yep. Here's 5-5 now for gamercal. Unfortunately, he's going to lose that power up to the fire chomp and is able to avoid the 3 of a kind.
Yeah, Claris is going to have to take a death there. He kind of got himself in a bad spot. He's going to P-wing the stage. Not a bad choice. Just makes it a lot easier.
I always hated doing that jump where you had to do the little slide there and jump at the right time. I usually miss that jump and then get wrecked by the cheap that would be swimming down there.
Exactly.
Here's 3F2 now for gamercal. Ironically enough, in World 3. I don't know if it was a Fred, though. I don't think so.
No, it would be 3. It would be the magic door for it if it was a Fred.
Right. JJ able to avoid getting a triple as he gets a fire flower to complete that particular stage. That block takes you to a coin heaven here in 1-5, which is where clarisdatcom's at now. We had seen the beta for 1-5 earlier.
That's true. Now they're going to avoid the cloud heaven just because, again, it is an auto-scroller they can't skip, and to be honest, it doesn't really give them anything besides coins.
Yeah, there's a 1-up high. Yeah, that particular version of Coin Heaven, there would be a 1-up. And when gamercal having trouble with this Boom Boom, but he does take him down before Boom Boom does. So gamercal done with 3F2.
And guys, please make sure to give I'll say both, but all 4 racers a follow. They're giving us a really good show today. Really tight races, and honestly, they're really not too far behind from each other.
Oh, these are very competitive races here. And gamercal going to go ahead and use a music box here against these Hammer Brothers. He's hoping this is the dream pipe. Nope, now we know which pipe it is. He's going to have to get through that fort.
Yeah, he's going to cloud over 3-9 here, and I think he's just going to use a P-wing on 3-8.
Of course, it's an easy one. Yeah, go figure. But I don't blame him for this move, because if he messes up here, he is going to go all the way back, and those clouds will have been used for naught.
Yeah, he's actually going to go for the item here, which is not a bad choice to see what he can get.
Yeah, absolutely, because it could be a hammer. Oh, got to be careful, though, that you don't lose your life there. He's successful. What is behind that chest for gamercal? It's a leaf.
I'd take it.
Oh, I would take it, too. That's not a bad prize to have here, so... Next up is going to be the fort, and he's going to use that leaf he just collected, and it is the Super Tanks.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Pretty easy level considering there's no auto-scroller this time, so no waiting around.
Just move, and you don't have to worry about the cannonballs or the bombs firing at you. And clarisdatcom, I'm going to take the pipe, and there's a Tanuki suit there. That's how vanilla.
Oh no, poor Zeeff. Got stuck in the wall somehow.
Oh, that's tough. I've never seen that happen before. He clipped right through the wall here in 4-3. Oof.
I don't think I've ever seen that either.
And he has no choice but to let the clock run out. There's nothing he can do.
Oof.
Gamercal has reached the end of World 7. And there is a leaf behind that power-up. He'll just pick it up anyways. And let's see how many Baconators Wendy had this afternoon. 1, that's not enough. 2, that's not enough.
No.
3, that's not enough. 4's not enough. Yep, she had plenty of Baconators. She had a good 5 before this race.
She wanted to make sure they had a good final boss for that World 7.
Oh, absolutely. Wendy doing her thing, and now we have 6-6, and unfortunately, Claris cannot do the clip, so he's just going to intentionally kill himself and try again.
Yeah, unfortunately, BigZeeff is still waiting for that timer to go down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that is probably going to put a dagger into any hope he had of maybe catching up to gamercal, so he's going to have to hope that race number 2 will treat him a little bit better, as gamercal will be the first of our 4 runners to get to World 8. 5-8.
Yeah, because I looked back at the clip of it, and he apparently jumps at a certain angle and clipped right into the pipe, which pushed him into the wall.
That is just absolutely brutal. One time where you don't want to do a clip, you end up doing one. Why can't I do that the first time in 7-1 or 7-6?
Yeah, exactly.
I swear, when it comes to speedrunning tricks, it's like anything that's frame perfect that you want to do, you can't do it. And then you do a frame perfect trick that rips a run, you can do it with ease. Why?
Yeah, exactly. I think there was a race earlier this week where I did a wrong pipe into a treasure ship, but still sent me there. But still, I didn't know how he did it.
Fortunately, that pipe is not a good pipe, and we're at Fort 8.
It's a relatively easy one if you've sped run this game or played it a few times. You know exactly where to go and how to do it.
I still think 7F2 is worse than this one, but this ain't any great shakes either.
No. Plenty of tricky jumps, but again, if you know the doors and which ones to take, you're good.
Now, this is a fort that I would not want to see Fred shuffle up the doors on.
No, that would be its own tournament.
Yep, you better believe it. And BigZeeff, the time finally runs out on him, and he's saying, oh, bump this level. I'll take the hand stage instead.
I don't blame him.
Unfortunately, the Cheap Sheep says, well, I think you should go back to the other stage. clarisdatcom, ooh, gets swallowed up by Boss Bass in 5-3 as he mistimed that jump into the chompers, and that was the iframes that Boss Bass needed to claim a victim.
Gamercal's finding himself here in 4F2.
A pretty easy fort here. Of course, there is a P-switch that will unlock an invisible door that's got silver coins surrounding it. I would always take that as a kid, but that's way too slow. This is a race.
Yeah, this is a race. You want to go fast. Lives aren't important, but honestly, all 4 racers have plenty of lives. All over at least 13 or more lives here.
No question about it. All 4 of these runners have done very, very well, but this has also been a pretty generous seed, too, which is always a plus in other aspects. Oh, using the Tanuki suit to try to trick Boss Bass here. I like Claris's style here.
Yeah.
Just has a little bit left to go here in 5-3, and success. All right. And gamercal still hasn't found the pipe to get to Bowser's Castle just yet. He's hoping this is going to be the pipe that does it for him, but it's not the right one either. Starting to look like Handbridge might be required.
Yeah, might be. A couple more stages he can play, so...
Use the Tanuki suit, and we have the Carpet Fort. This is 6F3.
Yeah, this one appears, like we said it before, and even on our last commentary together, 6F3 likes to appear in World 8 quite a bit.
I wonder why that is. Because I think when I clipped that one thing when there was no locks in the second seed, you know, for the World 8, there's no locks to get to Bowser's Castle. It was a free World 8 practically. I think it was 6F3 there too. Or no, it was 6F2, I think.
Yeah,
nice
the World
one.
6, I feel like the World 6 forts show up quite a bit here, so...
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there, Gimp.
I think they should be here, in all honesty. They're pretty tough stages, considering.
Yeah, they're not terrible, but they're tough, but they're not too tough.
Right. They're no 7F2.
Absolutely, and that is not it. So looks like the hand bridge is required, so we'll see how gamercal fares.
Claire's finishing up his fort there, which was super tanks, and he'll be heading on to Wendy.
Yes, indeedy, and he's going to discover that Wendy's quite thick. Let's see how many hands gamercal has. Oh,
the
second
first
one
one
gets
grabbed
him.
him.
5-6.
Gotta wait for that star to go away, or he's gonna put himself in the pit.
Yeah, not a good stage to have a star on, because if you take down one of those flying beetles there, you're going to go down with them. And just a fire snake, so pretty easy finish to 5-6 there for gamercal, and there's one more potential hand stage left. He's hoping he gets... Oh, and clarisdatcom gets stomped by all the Baconators of Wendy O. Koopa there, so he'll have to try again.
Yeah, I don't blame him going to a P-Wing this time. It makes Wendy's fight a lot easier to approach.
And no more hands for gamercal. We have the Navy, where we can sail the 7 seas and get to Bowser's Castle.
And like we said before, I don't think any of them have a hammer suit, so...
Nope, I never saw a hammer suit in the inventory of any of these runners, so they're going to have to do it the hard way.
And JJBlu with his clip there, nicely done.
Very nicely done indeed. Claris finishes off Wendy O. Koopa, and we'll move on to World 8.
Oh,
meanwhile, there is a hammer suit. He did find one.
They must have got that from one of the messages.
The letter.
Yeah.
Might have been the letter out of World 7 there, as gamercal now is at the final stage here, Bowser's Castle.
Yeah, and right under 47 minutes entering into this castle. That's a really good time for a tourney 1 flags.
Oh, but he goes a little bit too quickly, and the Disco Waffles take away his hammer suit, so now gamercal will have to defeat Bowser the traditional way.
Gets that nice everyman clip, I think, because every person can pull that off.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty easy clip.
He's having a little trouble with the statues here, but nothing he can't handle.
But we have BigZeeff now here at 6-8. The good thing about the Bowser fight here is that the only thing that will do damage to you is Bowser's head and his fireball. So as long as you stay crouched like this and don't get in the line of fire, you'll be safe, and Bowser will be a pushover.
That is true. So he looks to have about 3 more jumps left to finish off Bowser.
I think he's going to have one more jump after this one. It looks like he's in excellent shape to take down the seed, and boom! Bowser goes into the bottomless pit. And get your GGs out for gamercal. He is the overall winner and has defeated BigZeeff in his first race.
An impressive performance by him. He had just a few silly deaths, but overall he played really well. That does give him an SRL time of 48.24, so give those GGs up for him.
That's a very respectable time in normal flags indeed. clarisdatcom gets through the first part of 6F3, and no Boo Diddleys here, nothing but hot feet. Or hot foots, or hot, whatever the plural is.
Yeah, I never really
hot
thought
foots,
about
hot
that.
Feet. Hot foots or hot feet. And down goes Boom Boom easily with the fire flower, and he'll be moving on.
Claris is going to find out shortly. Hand bridge is required.
Yeah, he's about to find out that he's going to have to go through the pain and suffering known as the hand stage. The bridge, he's hoping he gets no hands. JJBlu here in 1-3, not even going to bother with the power up behind.
Yeah, BigZeeff still playing the end card game. I think at this point you got to get going.
Yeah, but here is, well, here's the 7-3 beta.
There it is. Because if he's in the SRL channel, he knows his opponent won, but he still wants to go quickly. So playing the end card game is not going to help him.
And falling to his death by mistiming that jump isn't going to help him either.
Ooh, BigZeeff finds Atlantis. He's just going to take a quick death here.
Yeah, that's a brutal stage here. Yep. That's another one of the auto-scrollers that unfortunately cannot be turned off. Furthermore, the end pipe acts as a death trap if you go into it too quickly.
Yeah, and on top of it, when you do get out of it, there's two Hammer Brothers waiting for you on each side of the pipe.
Yeah, so even if you finish Atlantis, the pain and suffering ain't done yet. Now, Claris has to get through 4F2 before he goes up against the RNG Bridge of Hands. JJ discovering that Wendy had a nice appetite and he gets stomped on. And Claris, no trouble at all taking down Boom Boom. BigZeeff is going to try the Beta 7F3 again and gets through it this time. Well, first hand gets him, and this is going to be 0-8-2.
The question is, he's going to take it. He's going to take that Sand of Shame.
Yeah, and he's going to have to be careful he doesn't get hit by... wow! That Cheap is in a very precarious spot. Because of it, he loses his mushroom power there, but he may get one back here, but on the other hand, it could be a one-up. Let's see what's behind that power-up block. It is a mushroom.
I don't think Claris wants to see another one-up. He's got plenty of lives.
Yeah, he's got 24 extra lives to his name, and let's see how he approaches this final jump. Ooh. Goes for it all, and he is a little short.
It is possible to make the jump. He did jump about a little too early there, but he's just going to take a P-Wing here to skip it all together.
And he gets hit again by the hand number 1, so yeah, he's going to use the P-Wing, so that's definitely the right move.
Got to keep an eye out for that Cheap.
JJBlu now into World 8 himself. Now, the strategy is not to take the hand bridge. Kind of makes you wonder if JJBlu is going to have a premonition of taking it. Gets through 8-1, or 8-2 rather.
Ooh, no more hands for Claris there. That's very nice.
Yeah, Claris is now in the driver's seat with the 25 extra lives. Now just has to get through the Navy here, and he'll be at Bowser's Castle. It looks like he's going to be a winner in his heat against JJBlu. Simultaneous boom fights here. clarisdatcom and BigZeeff both take them down, and they can proceed to the next level. In BigZeeff's case, he can proceed to the pipe. That'll get him to the World 6 airship.
And Claris is going to give this hammer suit a try here in the Bowser's Castle.
Yep, and I'm starting to think that, yes, there was a hammer suit with Peach's letter there after the 7th world.
Gotta watch out for the disco waffles here.
Yeah, gamercal made the mistake on that jump, but he's taking it very, very carefully here. Nice job. Having just a little bit of trouble trying to do the clip here, but as long as he stays on that ledge, those roto discs won't get him.
Yeah. Ooh, BigZeeff takes a death to Wendy there.
Wendy having her way to quote a different fast food chain with these runners. And here we go with the Bowser fight. Hi, Bowser. Bye, Bowser.
It only takes 5. I think it's 5 hammers to take him down.
That's right, 5 hammers. And now BigZeeff with the P-Wing, and let's try to avoid those candy cane rings. Oh, but the wonky hitbox. Bad luck there. One more hit to go on Wendy. Who's going to get it? Yes! BigZeeff gets her.
Therefore, BigZeeff will be into World 8. And Claris does finish with an SRL time of 54-44. GG's to Claris. See him in chat.
Absolutely. Get your GGs out for clarisdatcom. A very respectable run for him. But, of course, we have a second race between all four of these runners coming up very shortly. Ooh, but the carpet fort. Oh, taking down JJBlu. And unfortunately, he's going to find out the hard way that this was not the right path. Everybody's going to get fooled by this, I think.
Yeah, there was a little bit of hope for him there when he first got in, but Claris unfortunately didn't get grabbed by any more hands, so therefore that kind of ruined the comeback right there.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I think a lot of people would be deterred from going across hand bridge because you get that one wrong, you're probably going to lose.
Exactly.
I mean, I think it's just one of those things where you either have a premonition of taking it or you don't. Most people, I don't think, have the premonition of taking that bridge.
Yeah, my whole goal is to not see that map at all.
Oh, and another death, this time to the Disco Waffle for JJBlu. Now we have BigZeeff into World 8 as well, so looks like it's a battle between these two to see who will finish third.
Oh yeah, and if you guys are interested in the Mario 3 Randomizer, there is a Discord that we have. We're always welcoming new players. You can check out the bracket standings and everything. Plus, we have the randomizer right here in the link. Download it, try it out. It's a lot of fun. There's lots of things you can mess with there.
Oh, and right into the hands of a waiting hot foot. JJBlu goes down again.
Like I said, I feel like this fort is appropriate for World 8.
Absolutely, because you never know where those hot foots are going to spawn, if it indeed is hot foots, or even the Boo Diddleys if it's those. Nice job negotiating through the map there. It'll go down the pipe this time, and it'll be a much easier time. He should be in good shape. And it looks like it's not the random moving hot foots either. It's the ones that act like Boo Diddleys. So those are nice. Been having some trouble with the Boom Boom fight. Got him, though. Close call.
Both of them are in the same fort right now, both finishing up Boom Boom.
Oh, wow. So this could be a photo finish between JJBlu and BigZeeff. Both runners are discovering that they have to go through the hand bridge, and that hand bridge, this is going to tell the tale of the tape between these two.
BigZeeff's going into World 8 fort along with JJBlu.
Oh, but the BigZeeff having the advantage starting with the frog suit, so BigZeeff will be able to get through this portion first. Now, JJBlu opting to go a small Mario. Is he out of power-ups?
He shouldn't be, in all honesty. They've got an assortment of power-ups throughout the game, but he may have used a lot more that we didn't see.
Right. And just in time before the P block goes down, and BigZeeff is just going to go for it on small Mario. Here we go. There's 2, and there's 3. Good fight there from BigZeeff. Ooh, can't get into their time. Oh, did you see that? I have never seen that before.
Got through the door, but still died due to the Boo.
That has got to be framed perfect. I have never seen that happen before.
No,
that has got to be
all.
clipped. That has got to be clipped. I have never seen where you go through the door and get hit by an enemy at the exact same time. That is unreal. Now BigZeeff here at 4F2 at the Boom Boom fight here. One more hit. Got him. Very nice. pipe now for JJBlu. And so that's what the other hand was that we didn't see, that, you know, that third hand. This is a 7-1. Nice clip there from BigZeeff.
Yeah, the clips there, like I said, they're pretty easy overall, but we always want to see those in stages because we know we can save so much time on those levels.
Yep, absolutely. So unfortunately, I have not gotten to say the phrase yet on the hand bridge, and JJBlu is our last hope. BigZeeff now in the Navy, just one stage away from Bowser's Castle. Gets the Bob-omb cleared before it explodes into his face, and BigZeeff will have no problem taking down the Boom Boom here, and now he's ready to go to Bowser's Castle.
JJBlu not too far behind. He does have the hand bridge, though.
And we'll see if he gets lucky and gets no hands. We've yet to see that from any of our runners here, so let's see if the RNG rolls right for JJBlu here. BigZeeff gonna have to be very careful here with his Hammer Brothers suit that he doesn't get sniped by the disco waffles here. Here comes the bridge now for JJBlu, and
oh, I tried to cloud it, but unfortunately that does not work on the hand bridge.
No, unfortunately it doesn't. So he'll have to go through 8-2 and not gonna take the quicksand of shame. And he's quickly realizing how difficult this is with a cheap waiting for him. Oh!
Ooh.
Face plants into the piranha plant, and back to the start he'll go. Maybe he'll have better luck on the bridge this time. Oh, but the second one gets him here.
Having that P-Wing, though, that's going to be useful. Looks like BigZeeff's into the final room before Bowser.
Just has to make sure he doesn't fall into the lava or touch one of Bowser's fireballs here. Good job. And now here we go. So, hi, Bowser. And bye, Bowser.
Well done by BigZeeff here. Everybody drop your GGs in chat.
Yep, and JJBlu does not get the third hand, so all he has to do is get through the Navy, and he'll be done as well. So, very good seed for all four of our runners here in the first race.
Yeah, they all did a really good job. Some of them struggled on a few levels, but that's going to happen to anybody, so. I do want to say BigZeeff did finish with an SRL time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds.
Not bad at all. Oh, and does not get hit by the giant cannonball. Is he going to get there? No, he's going to wait it out. Some people will go past the pipe to wait for the bombs to explode, which, you know, is a very safe play.
I believe with that, it looks like JJBlu has forfeited the race here.
That's too bad here. That he only needed to get through Bowser's Castle, but he feels, I got nothing to prove here. Let's move on to the next race.
So the next race will be Tourney Flags 2. With Tourney Flags 2, the thing that changes is map location. So while the worlds will be in random order again, you might see different worlds show up where, like, you see World 1, but the lock is not going to be where it usually is. It could be in the middle of the map up by 1-1 if it needs to be. Therefore, and 1-1 won't be there. It could be a fort as well. They can be completely randomness here.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Gimp. So we could start with a fort, or, of course, in World 8, those hand stages, they could be anywhere. But JJBlu's going to finish this out anyway. I guess he wanted to just dot forfeits to be over with his SRL or whatnot.
Yeah, that's the thing. You'll notice that worlds like World 7, World 5, even World 6, they're a lot faster than they usually are in this type of Tourney Flags.
JJBlu keeping that Hammer Brothers suit intact here as he makes it to the final corridor before the Bowser fight. Oh, but he gets sniped by that fireball, so he is going to have to defeat Bowser. Oh, it's sniped by 2 fireballs here, so he's going to have to do this perfectly. Gonna get some small Mario practice in. Oh no, and the fireball gets him.
Yeah, the forfeit penalty is a 2-hour time against them, so.
Guessing JJBlu probably not worried about his time at this juncture.
No. Most of these new runners just want to be part of the tournament, have fun, and try it out. A lot of them don't think they're going to move on, so if they don't really think they're going to move on, they don't care about taking that 2-hour time.
Yeah, it's all about having fun, and I think that is the main thing there, Gimp.
Yeah, we want them to have fun so they come back and do more tournaments with us, or even the weeklies as well.
Looks like Claris is getting a little bit of extra practice in before his second race against JJBlu, and he's on 5-9. Doesn't like it. He's paused the game. He's like, I don't want to play 5-9. Bump this.
I don't blame him one bit. So it looks like everybody's getting prepared for the next race here. It'll be starting here in just a moment. Any predictions of what you'll see on World 1?
You know what? Since I haven't seen this in a while, World 1!
Why not? Let's see it. See if there's a World 1 here, because it should be an interesting tournament seed.
Indeed, JJBlu's getting ready to get his next seed up on the board, and once we have all 4 runners ready to go, we will have game number 2. So again, it's clarisdatcom and JJBlu versus gamercal and BigZeeff. Claris and gamercal won their respective matchups. With the second set of flags, you have the potential of seeing lightning quick times. In fact, you could potentially see sub-30s.
Yeah, I know several of these runners in practice have seen low 30s. I myself have seen a 33-minute time. You could see a lot of low times here with this new flag set.
Hey, look at this. Prior to our little break here, I said that we were going to start with World 1, and look at this. It is World 1. Chat, you know what to do about that.
And looks like both Claris and gamercal are going to take a different route this time, where they're actually going to take the fort on first, where BigZeeff and JJBlu are actually going to play the stages. Either way, they're going to have to play the fort.
That's right. This is 4F1, and we also have 5-4. And the reason they're going to have to play the fort is because the lock is blocking the airship. So they're going to have to defeat 4F1 eventually.
That's true. So gamercal and Claris are both going to be moving down to 5-4. Where BigZeeff is in 2-1 as JJBlu joins him here.
Now, it'd be interesting, what if that Hammer Brother has a hammer at the end? Or, of course, what if there's an end card game that could give him a hammer? That could be interesting.
It could be. I don't think there's enough time for them to get 80,000 points here in the first world. That's generally, you'll see it in the second world whenever you play vanilla. But, again, if this thing drops a hammer, BigZeeff and JJBlu just might use it right away.
Absolutely. It'll be a big decision for them, and fortunately the star going away from JJBlu, much like fairies go away from you in Zelda 1, and now BigZeeff is going to go into the Mushroom House, and he's going to pick the chest in the middle and get a leaf.
Yeah, unfortunately the Hammer Brother did give him a music box. They may not use it till later, if World 7's much later in the game, but we'll find out.
JJBlu has a pair of mushrooms. He gets a third mushroom. He will get a 2-up from the card game. Oh, but gamercal taking a death in 2-1. So he'll have to go back to start as BigZeeff, who is able to skirt by. That's not an easy thing to do there with that thwomp just breathing down your neck.
Trying to go for the fire flower here. I think after about 2 or 3 tries, you say forget it.
Yeah, but now, yeah, he's gonna cash in his chips here. As Claris now gonna go ahead and grab the music box here, and JJBlu gonna take the pipe. Oh, and taking a death.
Oof. So right now, BigZeeff does have a lead over gamercal, which gamercal had a commanding lead over him in the last race.
Yep, so that's a good start for BigZeeff here as he enters the World 1 airship. It happens to be World 4's airship. Let's see how many hits. Oh! With the star, a little harder to do damage on because the star will not clear a Koopaling like it does a Boom Boom, but it's a normal 3-hit Larry Koopa.
Yeah, not too bad, especially for First World. You don't want to see any, like, you know, Earthquake Power Koopas, especially with extra hits that are required.
Star power is no match for the hot feet on JJBlu's side as he gets out of that pipe here, and we'll see how he does against Boom Boom.
So Claris finishes up World 1. What are our guesses for World 2, folks?
World 4 is my guess.
World 4? World 5, you're close.
Close, but no cigar. World 5 is our second world, and we have 7-1, which is a lot tougher with a raccoon tail than it is with either being Super Mario or Fire Flower Mario.
Yeah, it's a little trickier, but you can do it. I honestly prefer having a tail because I find myself with a tail at these stages more often than not.
clarisdatcom is successful around the 3rd or 4th try, and he'll complete his set of cards for a 1-up.
BigZeeff did it in 2, I believe. Wow, nicely done.
That's a pretty good attempt there, and oh, he does get the 5-up. Whether or not that was intentional, those extra lives, though, could help him out down the road.
Yeah, he actually, I think he might have taken that on purpose just because of having the extra lives.
I'll be interested to see. Now, JJBlu is down to 1 extra life. He may want to try and get that mushroom at the end. That'll give him 2 lives instead of 1.
Yeah, gamercal unfortunately did not have a mushroom, so he will have to play 7-1.
Up in clarisdatcom, there is a leaf where the warp whistle normally is in Fort 1. So that took care of the bridge, wherever that is, and the blue fortress will take care of a lock. JJBlu trying to get this clip here as Super Mario here, missing the timing just a little bit here.
Yeah. It's all about the speed, the height of the jump, and then the sub-pixels on top of it, so quite a few variables you got to get to match.
Sub-pixels, what is this, Castlevania 2 floor dropping? Alright, clarisdatcom getting that star here, but every second this takes JJBlu to try and get this clip, that is going to just further extend Claris's lead here.
Oh, and he gets it there, right as you said it.
Very nicely done there. So let's see if JJBlu goes for the triple mushroom here. He does! So a three of a kind for JJBlu. He gets the triple shrooms.
Be some well-welcomed lives here. Yeah, unfortunately, they are going to have to play the blue fortress on the lower side of the map, so getting these items, they're not going to be able to build a bridge.
That's a tough break there. Finds a flower, does JJBlu, but can't find the final flower, so his card game is over with. We have the 1-5 beta on BigZeeff's side. Hey, there's a hammer on Claris's side. He gets one from the Hammer Brothers.
That is a very nice pickup for Claris.
And behind the blue fort, the Navy.
The first of 4 of Bowser's armaments.
gamercal going to get the 3-3 stage now. BigZeeff working on the 1-5 beta. JJBlu is on Fort 1.
Yeah, JJBlu is actually going to finish the stage as is, and he'll find out that he'll get the bridge, but I think he's going to take that pipe first before he does that.
these runners will have no choice but to get through the tower. There are no pipes that will lead you to the promised land. So here we go.
Yeah, with JJBlu actually playing that stage, that's going to help him out because now when he does have to do the fort, he can just use the pipe to get back up. But he will have to play 5-8.
Yep. clarisdatcom about halfway through the tower here, so looks like he's in pretty good shape. Ooh, nice job dodging that thwomp there with the precise amount of speed there. Ooh, speaking of speed, JJBlu gonna have to be careful that he doesn't get hit by the final piranha. He gets through.
gamercal finishing up the 5-1 beta here as BigZeeff enters the Navy.
Yep. So very interesting start to this race for all four of our runners so far, as we find it looks like 6-10 now on JJ's side.
Yeah, he's got that little cheap fish chasing him around. He's got to watch out for that.
Yeah, there could be a power-up here, and he's going to find that mushroom. Yeah, you got to be careful of that cheap, because just like Boss Bass, it respawns about every 5 seconds after you get rid of it. And then you have to deal with frame rules and whatnot, so it usually seems like it's about 2.5 seconds instead of 5.
Yeah. gamercal is going to pick up a few extra lives. He actually probably wanted that just because he was sitting a little lower than he likes to be.
Yeah, he only had 3 extra lives. Remember, gamercal had 25 lives, and he now realizes he has to take the Paradox Pipe because he has to complete that blue fort.
And Claris will be moving into the World 2 fort, which will airship, sorry, which will be the World 6.
gamercal does get his hammer. He's going to take on the second hammer brother. Ooh, with the star. Very nice job. He'll get a star for a star. BigZeeff at the card game now is looking for the 1-up, but he finds a mushroom instead. There's another mushroom. Does he remember where it was? Yep. Looking for the 20. Gets the 20. How about the flower? Gets the flower as well. And he gets the star. He's got 4 matches. Doesn't get a 5th. Good card game,
good idea what it gives. Looks like they're going to give a cloud at least. Cloud, music box, and a tanuki.
Yeah, very nice prizes there. clarisdatcom will be the first to be done with World 2.
I think we're going to be seeing World 7 coming up here.
Think World 7's coming up?
Yeah.
I'm going to say World 6.
Let's see World 6?
Yeah.
We'll find out here in just a moment. We'll see what prize he gets from Peach.
And it's going to be a frog suit. And it's World 3! World 3 and World 3! Chat, you know what to do about that.
Fred.
That's our second one already. We had 1-on-1 and 3-on-3. And next up is going to be 3-4 for clarisdatcom, as gamercal just about done with the tower here. But BigZeeff is the first one to get to the World 6 airship. Let's see if he's able to keep his Tanuki suit as he battles off against Roy on a flat surface. 1, 2, 3. That's not enough. 4. It's a 5 HP Roy, and he keeps his Tanuki suit so the Dragon Warrior fans can rejoice. Can't pick it up with the statue. You got to pick it up as yourself.
Now, ironically, Claris did just beat 3-4, which was 3-4, just not in the same spot.
Right.
Is that technically a Fred? That's what I'm wondering.
It's a half Fred. Give him a half.
We'll call it a Fred.
Sure. And we have a Jugum Cloud here behind that Hammer Brothers suit. clarisdatcom going to pick that up. JJBlu now in the World 6 airship. So let's see how he does against the 5-hitter. Oh, just misses there, and it's going to cost him his Tanuki. Claris finding a Met.
He did grab the, Gamer did grab the wand off screen, so therefore that did save him a few seconds on the descent from the airship.
JJBlu is able to take down Roy. Now we have BigZeeff here at 3-4. Oh, but he times his jump a little bit off there, so he'll have to go into the water and get that block, but he's able to survive. Got a race between...
It's been a really close race between gamercal and BigZeeff right now.
Oh, absolutely here. And JJBlu going to get his frog suit as he enters World 3, so we're going to have Wendy O. Koopa here. Find out what kind of airship we're dealing with. Hey, Fred, is this even randomized? We have 3 F1 and 3 F1 spot. Going for the power, but he will get a leaf here, so he'll get that power up back as clarisdatcom will enter door number 6 here and take on Boom Boom.
gamercal is going to actually backtrack and take a different route, it looks like. And he's going to play 3F1.
And BigZeeff getting a Jugum Cloud out of that. It'll be interesting to see who emerges on top here, because right now, between all 4 of our runners, it really is anybody's game.
It really is. I mean, if you want to say anything of how far people are behind, it's possibly 1 stage. That's not much.
Not at all. And Claris is going to take this pipe here. He's hoping it takes him to the finish line, which it does.
He'll find the World 1 airship here.
So we don't have the World 3 airship, so it'll be a, well, I was going to say a relatively easy Wendy fight, but losing that leaf is going to make things a little harder, especially if we're dealing with another 5 HP Wendy. How many Baconators is she going to have this time? There's 2 hits. Well, 2 hits is not enough. 3, though, is enough. So she had 1 or 2.
It's a pretty vanilla. Pretty simple fight. We don't mind that.
Yeah, we don't mind a vanilla Wendy fight. So I'd say she had maybe 1 or 2. gamercal going to be right behind, going to take the lead away from BigZeeff here, and there's 1 hit on Wendy. There's 2, and oh, couldn't quite get the perfect kill, but still a respectable fight for gamercal, so he's going to be done with World 3. Let's find out what the present is going to be from Peach. A Jugum Cloud, and our next world is World 2.
Very nice item to find, especially because World 2 doesn't look to be very nice. Looks like it's got quite a few stages they're going to have to play.
And there's 5 F1 behind the World 2 fort. JJBlu not far behind Claris, though. He's, like you said, literally 1 level at the moment. Now, BigZeeff, the pressure's on. He's got to get through Wendy here if he wants to stay pace here. No! He gets a cavity! Oh! That is a tough way to go out there for BigZeeff, so that's going to further extend gamercal's lead.
Yeah, he's trying to decide if he needs to use an item. I say at this point you got to use a P-Wing. Just use it. Guarantee the fight's done with. You can find more power-ups later.
Yeah, he's not going to use it though. He wants to save it in case, a very tough world comes up. And Claris gets a leaf on the chest on the right side. JJBlu going to get his Jugum Cloud at the end of World 3 now.
Good thing Claris has that Tanuki suit. He's going to make real fast work here, 7-2.
Excellent fight of Wendy, this time from BigZeeff, and he is out of World 3. Back to the card game for gamercal. He gets his 20 coin. Doesn't get the 10 coin, but he still has another turn coming to him. Flower, there's a match. Looking for another mushroom. Those are all of them. Now looking for the star, but that was a flower, so he's got a few cards left on the next game.
And he will find 7-2 with no power-up, so he's going to have to take the long way around this level.
That's tough because, yeah, you can't clear that jump unless you've got a leaf. So he's going to build a little bit of the bridge here, hope he nails his shot here, and he doesn't get hit.
Now, it is possible. I've seen some of the runners practicing this where they get a star to start the stage, and they get enough speed that they're able to P-speed over that.
Yeah, you have to have P-speed. There's no other way. And here is the World 5 beta, whether it's 5.4, 5.7, or 5.8. I want to rule out 5.7 just because of the exit pipe. So I'd say it's either 5.4, or 5-8. I kind of lean towards 5-4.
Yeah, and especially that one's kind of a nuisance because it rains enemies down. Oof, BigZeeff hitting that block.
Oh, hitting the Kaiser 1-up block. I didn't even know that was there.
Yeah, I knew that was there just from my old casual plays when I was younger, but the fact of actually hitting it, that could be an issue. Claris finds himself in 1-4 right now. Very easy stage. Especially without an auto-scroller.
Yep, and both Claris and gamercal completing their hands, avoiding the fireworks altogether, as does BigZeeff. He gets a mushroom there, so he avoids the fireworks too. And this is 1-4 now on gamercal's side. Back to the card game for BigZeeff, looking for the star, but that's a mushroom, no match. Still looking for... Now he's looking for the flower. Oh, that's a mushroom. No match. The board goes back, and that's all for BigZeeff. With clarisdatcom now in 7-8 and runs out of iframes and gets on top of the fire piranha. Bad luck. That's a brutal, brutal level. He'll try again. This time he's going to equip the P-Wing, and that's a good choice.
Oh yeah, not a bad choice, especially for this one. You can fly over most of it and not have to worry about it. You just gotta watch out. If it does have a Boss Bass will find you, and there he is.
Wow!
I think I just need to keep my mouth shut from now on.
Yes. Game knows you really got to be careful what you say, Game Extreme. We have a frog suit behind the big question block this time around. Let's see if clarisdatcom can keep it intact, because I like the anim... No! Come on, Fire Piranha! I wanted to see the animation where Mario just scurries to the finish line.
Oh, yeah.
And gamercal getting a flower to go with his mushroom, so no fireworks for him.
Ooh, JJBlu find himself in a hard spot with that water level with the 2 Fire Bros.
Yes, indeed. So, a lot of deaths here. World 4 proving to be a doozy for JJBlu right now. I mean, he's right there with Claris. It's a pretty close race. This is World 3's airship.
It looks like all the racers are actually really close to each other right now.
These are the kind of races I like to see. Just imagine if this was a 4-way race and not 2 1-on-1s. This would be very, very exciting. So, Morton Koopa, the saltiest Koopaling in town. Let's see how many hits he takes. Oh, he's really salty. 2 hits and Earthquake. 3 hits and Earthquake. 4 hits and Earthquake. Ooh, very salty, Morton. gamercal right behind Claris here, and he's going to find out Earthquake and a lot of HP.
It is quite the race right now between gamercal and BigZeeff. They're both in the Morton fight, and I mean, we're talking like 5 seconds difference.
Not even 5 seconds, as
Not
both
even,
gamercal and BigZeeff take down Morton Koopa. Holy smokes! What a race! The difference is about 4 seconds. Whew! That is quite the race here. Now we enter World 4 here at World 5, and 2 flowers now on the board for JJ.
Yeah, and Claris does get another cloud, so that's nice. And he's going to play the Super Tanks level here in hopes of making a bridge.
Yeah, he's building a lot of speed here. He's getting through this very, very quickly now. I'm going to take down the Boom Boom here with ease. Nice shooting there, and a hammer for JJBlu here.
Ooh, unfortunately, all that does is break the lock, but that still can save them quite a bit of time.
And a hammer as well at that. But now JJBlu finds himself in 7-8. No match. He does find the match on the 1-up. Just a couple more matches. Yep, and clarisdatcom clears the board. He gets all the prizes. Looks like a frog suit and a tanuki suit.
Still good prizes, if you ask me.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, but the star runs out on JJBlu. Oh, that's brutal. And he has plenty of Jugum Clouds. At this stage of the game, I don't blame him. He's going to use the Tanuki suit as well. It's a good call.
The seed's been actually extremely generous with the items this time around. I felt like last race they used their items up quickly because they got so many, but then later on any one of them could have used them.
Uh-oh. 8-1 on gamercal side of the board. He says, I don't want to play through this stage, so he'll go through panel number 2 instead. But there is now... Ooh, he's going to use the music blocks to put the Hammer Bros to sleep, and he's going to use the Jugum Cloud here. Take the pipe and then go back in it, because now he doesn't have to go through that again. That's a safe play. Excellent. To panel 5, which is Atlantis! He doesn't want to play it. With all these Jugum Clouds, yeah, he can go ahead and use them, as JJBlu is now done with World 4.
Very interesting strat there. He uses the rock to break the... Uses the hammer to break the rock that will lead to the fortress instead.
Who can blame him here? We got some very tough stages here in our 5th world of the match, and using the Tanuki shoot to take down the Boomerang brother, and was that a star?
I couldn't tell. He was dropping frames there.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. I saw a little bit at the end, but that might have been a star. I'm not totally 100% sure about that, but here's the World 8's fort. Claris will get the power up here. It's going to be a leaf, so unfortunately no quick kill of... Oh, doing the clip! Nice! Swag points there for Claris.
Yeah, either way, he was like, well, that switch is still going to be going. I might as well go for this just for fun.
Unfortunately, missing the mark a little bit on Boom Boom, losing his tail, but not a problem for Claris. And gamercal right behind. It's the pyramid now for BigZeeff here in World 5.
Claire's going to go through that coin ship real quickly and take on the Hammer Bros.
So now we'll find out what that prize was that the Boomerang brothers were concealing, and yep, it was a star.
Was a star.
Speaking of stars, gamercal getting another star and a 1-up as well. JJBlu is gonna go through 8-1 here, but unfortunately, look at all of the artillery going after him. Holy smokes!
Yeah, he handled that with grace too, especially with that star power, able to grab the mushroom and keep it through all of that.
Now, ooh, that Kaizo block's gonna trip him up just a little bit. He just now has to get through this music block, which tends to trip up players, but he's gonna use the assist of the Hammer brother there, or the Bullet Bill. Wow, very good 8-1 there from JJ.
That was good play, and Claris looks like he's going to stock up on some items here. Not a bad choice. I think at this point he's got plenty of weapons in his arsenal. He can just keep going.
And JJBlu will use a star here. Use a star, get a star. No, that's a frog suit. The other 2 are star.
Claris is going to be playing through the World 2 airship.
And we're going to have Iggy Koopa at the end, and we'll see how many hits he takes. Ooh, but the high jump gets him and just face plants 1 hit. That's it.
And that's a nice Iggy there too, because we don't want to see him show up with too many hits, because that can be problemsome with his wonky hitbox.
Absolutely there, Gimp. Gamercal right behind him now here against Iggy, and he's going to be pleasantly surprised. 1 hit is all we need. JJBlu, though, looks like he's going to tackle Atlantis.
Yeah, unfortunately, he can't grab the Fire Flower because it is off screen, so he will take a death here, and I think he's going to use that cloud.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And let's see what the present is from Peach. Ooh, a Hammer Brothers suit!
And that's what you need to finish this out, so that's a good item to have.
Oh, no, but here's what's not so good. 7F2 to start things off here in World 6. And by the way, World 6 is in World 6, so again, chat, you know what to do about that. You know what that means, though, right? We have another Fred coming up in World 7.
Ooh, Claris does not make the jump for 7F2.
Oh, man, so 1, 3, 6, and 7 are all vanilla. That's a lot of vanilla here. I need some chocolate chip cookie dough to clean this palette.
Gamercal, some real good movement there on the star. And BigZeeff did take a death there in 8F, but finishes out second time around.
It's still a fairly close race between all four of our runners right now. Pick up that star here. This should make the rest of Piranha Fort relatively simple. And might be able to clear the... No, not enough time to clear that hot foot. At least it's one where it's not random movement. Nice moves there to get under the thwomp without losing his tail. So Claris in a good spot right now. One more hit, got him.
BigZeeff will now be moving on to World 6 as well, so he's literally just 2 stages behind Gamercal right now.
Yeah, it's a very close match. There's a flower match on Claris's side, but no more matches. The board goes back, and he gets a Jugum Cloud. Another one. I think the flowers are the Jugum Clouds in the card game.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you're going to have so many, you might as well start using them at a crucial point. Like, he might get to the end of this world and just spam a bunch of clouds to get to the Flying Fortress.
Oh, no question about it there. So he's going to move on to panel number... nothing. He's going to take the pipe. He's going to hope it's going to take him to a good place. Which, I guess it does.
Not too bad. He's looking for that hammer, because he could use that hammer on that other one. That other pipe right there, and that can send him pretty much to the end of World 6.
May want to save his pipe, though, for World 7 coming up, though, and World 8 as well. JJBlu taking down Iggy Koopa. Here he is done with world number 5. Now BigZeeff discovers this is the 7F2, and he's not going to fool around here. He's using a P-Wing. Yeah,
Gamercal did take the right option of using that hammer on the rock, and that helped him skip almost all of World 6.
Well, unfortunately, he mistimes the thwomp there and gets hit, losing the P-Wing right there, so... BigZeeff gonna have to time this very, very carefully. Very annoying when you have 2 piranha plants like that in those pipes.
Well, they could be fire piranha plants. Think of it that way.
Speaking of fire, a nice fire kill by Gamercal here in World 6 to take down Lemmy. Claris won't have that luxury.
Well, who knows? Lemmy might be a one-hit. And he is. How about that?
Wow. So... Lemmy tends to be the shrimp of the Koopaling clan, at least when it comes to when I've done commentary. Only once have I seen him with 5 HP.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be the very strong of any of them, but he's handling it. Overall, this makes the racers pretty happy.
Oh, absolutely. Don't want to be dealing with those circus balls. Absolutely not. So, the final letter from Princess Toadstool. We'll see what the final gift is going to be here. As JJBlu is going to try to finish out 7F2 without getting tackled by Hot Feet and Disco Waffles. He gets through it. Let's see what Claris gets. It is, I guess, a 1-up. You thought it was a 1-up.
He's got 3 pipes there to start World 7, so he's got kind of a selection to choose from. So he's going to play this fort, which is the Desert Fort, as Gamercal takes a different one, which will be 3F2.
Yep, JJBlu was able to clear 7F2 here in World 6. BigZeeff now will handle this pair of Hammer Brothers with the star power, and he'll get a mushroom out of it. Easy fire kill there for Gamercal. Claris trying to negotiate the spikes here in Spike Fort. Got to be careful because one more hit, he's out. Watch out for that hot foot. He gets through the door, so just needs to clear. Boom, boom, and he'll be done with that fort.
Yep, here's Claris. He's going to use all these clouds and hammers, and he's just going to go right to the end of World 7.
Who can blame him at this point? You have all the resources, utilize them.
That's right. He'll find himself in the airship for World 5 and fight Ludwig at the end of this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Ludwig von Koopa here, the Kooky as he's known as in the cartoon. Let's see how Gamercal fares. Ooh, he's got Earthquake, 2 hits. Ooh, but only 2 hits. So easy Luddy fight there for Gamercal.
Yep, now he'll be the first player into Dark Dark World and Tourney Flags 2 is exactly what we like to call the Great Equalizer. It can be a chaotic mess of levels.
Because more often than not, there's at least one lock guarding Bowser's castle. There can be 0 sometimes, so that is very far and few between, Gimp.
That's very true. And sometimes they may have to start building bridges too on top of it, so you never know what you're going to see.
That's absolutely right there. So, if we find a hand stage on JJ's side, we're going to find out what they're all going to give. It's going to be P-Wings. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you can't argue with those.
BigZeeff now entering World 7, and we need one bridge to... So, a fast pipe to get to Bowser's Castle, but we need one bridge.
Yeah, and he finds the Navy, so at this point, honestly, I would play a stage, go back, and check. Then again, he has no idea. The racers are not allowed to see the other one's stream, so they have no idea where they're at in this race.
Yep, that's right. So now, I got a question. Is it always bridges in the second set of flags?
I believe so. I have not seen any locks in the run. I've done like probably 15 runs, so I have not seen locks yet.
And the reason I wanted to check was because Mew Mew in chat is pointing out that in flag 2 settings, it's always bridges as opposed to locks. So occasionally there can be 0 bridges, but this time we have 1 bridge. And unfortunately, that level did not build the bridge.
Yeah, so he's going to have to go back through. You could see the tank level there.
But which tank level is it?
Or super tanks. We don't know which one it is.
That's right, because one of them unlocks something, the other doesn't.
The other one is just the normal stage, where the other one classifies as a fortress. He finds himself at 6F2 for Air Force.
Yeah, now JJBlu is going to find out 1 hit is all we need to take down Lemmy Koopa, but ooh, BigZeeff into 7-5 now. Hey, remember when you were talking about how Fort 6 forts makes its way to World 8 more often than that? Here's another one.
Yep, they love World 8.
Just a little bit of 7-5 left to go for BigZeeff. He just has to make sure that he doesn't succumb to any of the enemies. Thankfully, there's no cheeps or boss pass to dilly-dally with the runners.
Yeah. So now gamercal's going to double check here. And no bridge.
Still no bridge. Still no bridge. You said it. It's the Great Equalizer, and we are seeing it in its full force right now. And we'll check this tank now.
This is
6F.
super tank.
There's another one.
Yep, 6F1.
Wow. So we have seen all of World 6's forts in both of these races combined.
Both BigZeeff and JJBlu are in the 3F2 right now.
I bet Claris is having a little trouble. He's finding out this is not as easy as we want to see it, and now he's going to check super tanks also.
I don't blame him. I think that's the better option, honestly, because he's not... One, it's on the same map as the pipe he needs to get to Bowser's Valley, so it's a quick check after that.
Now we have Fort, and we have the Air Force here behind the fort. Oh, but gamercal shortening the jump there, taking a death.
So I'm going to find interesting is if Claris goes back to check for the bridge.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if maybe gamercal has this puzzle solved, or if he didn't need to do the Air Force. Because if Claris checks and that does build the bridge, he will, oh, and we have the 7-3 beta. Oh, yes, the hand is still in play.
I think he's just going to play this out because he does not want to see the hand show up anymore.
Oh, yeah, because it's a 50-50 chance, literally.
Yeah, and if he has to go back to play the Air Force, he's going to have to do that again. Ooh, as gamercal gets grabbed by it.
So both players having to go through the gauntlet of the 7F3 beta. Now JJBlu is in, looks like 3-5.
Nope.
No. It looks like gamercal is right. That fort was the ticket.
And that one was buried deep inside the Dark World.
Yes, indeed. So it looks like gamercal is going to end up winning both heats. As JJBlu completes 3-5. And there's the bridge complete, so it was the fort.
I think he accidentally used a cloud there as he entered into Bowser's Fortress, but still going to go in there with the hammer suit and star power.
Yeah, no harm, no foul. You've got a zillion clouds. Might as well use one just for show. We'll see if he's able to get through without getting deflected by the disco waffles here. He's made it through successfully. Now, just has to make it through the clip. Very well done on the first try for gamercal. And BigZeeff will pick up the star here in 5F2. He's in World 8. JJBlu not far behind.
And with that hammer suit, here comes Bowser.
Yep.
And goodbye, Bowser.
He's gone, and get your GGs out for gamercal. He was just absolute dominant this afternoon here. He wins both races against BigZeeff and also wins both races overall. So, well played there for gamercal.
Yeah. As he will finish with an SRL time of 38-38.
There are 38s there for gamercal, so very respectable showing this afternoon, winning both of his races. He's going to be a force going into the bracket stages, that's for sure.
Definitely. I mean, now that I believe that puts him at 4-0 right now. So as long as he doesn't kind of bottom out here, he should be into the brackets.
Yeah, there's no question in my mind that he's going to be one of the favorites to do very well, as JJBlu unfortunately finding out that World 8 is not as free as he was hoping it would be.
And he beat Bowser's Fortress, and all three of the other runners are in World 8, so this has been a very exciting race between the four of them.
Absolutely. All four of these runners this afternoon have played exceptionally well. There's no question about it there, Gimp. They're going to be... to think some of these might not even make it to the bracket stages, but all four of them have been playing very, very well today.
Yeah, that's the shameful thing. I mean, the brackets the group stages are all set up randomly, where you're gonna see some people, like, I know one of them has like Tapatio, Human Mustard, Killer App. Like, they're all really good runners, but only two of them are gonna make it out.
Yeah, that's right. Claire's just a gauntlet away from entering Bowser's room here. Just has to clear a couple of jumps here, and he has made it. So hi, Bowser, and bye, Bowser. Get your GGs out for clarisdatcom. He has won against JJBlu and completes the sweep in this afternoon's contest.
Yo, GG to Claris.
GG
man,
I got
away with something fierce on that one. That was a travesty. Oh man,
you did struggle at the beginning of the first world, but I think after that you kind of slapped yourself awake and was like, all right, time to get into gear here and just keep going.
Yeah, the first one was awkward, but the second one was terrible.
Yeah, World 2...
I don't know what I was thinking going for the item there, because I was playing the risky game, like, knowingly going, the lock is going to be in the way. I saw the blue fort over there. I knew that was going to break the lock. It's going to be in the way. Why am I doing this? I had to go back through the tower and everything. Ugh.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were all thinking at that point. So it was a little risky there. Overall, though, you played really well. You had a really good item usage there in World 7, you know, using multiple clouds with a hammer, and the music box just skipped to go straight to the castle.
Yeah, it was awkward that I even had about 4 clouds to go with in the first place. I don't know where I would have used them otherwise, to be honest. I didn't come across that many bad levels in this one. So, I don't know. I don't know where I'd have used them differently, but I noticed in World 5 that I had like 4 clouds, even after accidentally using one, because I wasn't going to cloud 8-1. I was going to use the Tanuki, but I must have misinput hit down instead of right, and suddenly a cloud was used, and I was like, oh, that's not good. You don't want to use a cloud when you've got a backtrack rule, because then you've got to use 2 clouds if you want to go through.
That's true. I do want to point out, Claris did finish with an SRL time of 40 minutes and 32 seconds. That was a really good time by him as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I noticed between the two of you guys were neck and neck for most of the race. I mean, honestly, the lead changed between you and him several times, even though, unfortunately, you guys weren't playing each other.
Yeah, that's not surprising given we played recently in the charity marathon thing for Big John, and it was very close there as well, so it's not surprising. Claris is really good at this. So, yeah, that was definitely a good race. The first one was much better. Like, the first one is, I think, until the Air Force, I didn't die at all, I don't think, so that was much nicer, but not so sure about the second one.
Oh, speaking of dying here, BigZeeff down to just one extra life here as he's entering the Air Force, and JJBlu's in 6F1.
Right, so not too far back.
No, they really aren't. I noticed that me and you were talking throughout the week, Gamer, and we were sitting there talking. You were talking about how you're struggling with your good luck. I felt like the seeds were, I don't want to even say they're generous. I felt like they were pretty normal seeds with a lot of hard levels in there. I think you played really well. I think the only thing that was really in your guys' favor was the amount of items those seeds were giving you guys.
Right, because I believe, it was Hammers and Clouds, I think, in the second end card. I think the first one had just straight 2 Cloud. So, in the first, that's why I did 2 end cards the first time out. Because, yeah, I knew there was that. It was maybe a little bit reckless with some of the item use in the first one, because I did end up having to play 5-9, but I honestly can see far worse levels than 5-9 to come up at that point. Because, yeah, it's kind of long, but there are several levels that actually take longer than that. Like, I don't know, 7-1. I can't do the clip with a tail, so that was my only option because I didn't get a Toad House, and well, that was my only option in the second seed to go for it. And it's like, can't do this. I'm just going to see what the level is like, and managed to get away with it a little bit with the even with the Piranha plant at the top trying to get us. Managed to just sneak out. So.
Well, you did really well on that, and GG's to Claris. How you doing, man?
GG.
By the way, BigZeeff took a game over Warp back to start because he kept getting grabbed by the hand on his last couple of lives, so he's now into Bowser's Castle.
Not a bad choice, honestly. Optimal death, as they say.
Yeah, I saw what the level was in that hand, and I was like, you know what, it's not that bad of a stage, let's just do it. It really doesn't take too long to do, even with a stupid spiny at the start that you can't get rid of. It doesn't take too long to do, so I'm just like, whatever, it's fine. Worst case scenario is I die somewhere in it, but I shouldn't really, so, you know.
Yeah. Clarence, how did you feel you did these seeds? I felt like you played really well.
First seed was your typical Group 1 fare. Slow start. We got a couple items in the middle to make it tolerable, but it kind of tailed off there near the end.
I hate to interrupt you guys, but BigZeeff has just taken down Bowser, so get your GGs out for BigZeeff. JJBlu going to be right behind him. He's in Bowser's Castle as well.
Yes, the seed tube is weird. Apparently, I didn't really take note of what items I had, because I thought I had done something to the game and got way too many items.
Okay.
No. The way I was collecting items, I ended up looking back at some snippets of the video, but I did not expect to have that many items that early in the game. So I kind of made some weird looking decisions there during the course of the seed that you guys probably noticed.
That's what we were kind of noticing too, where it was just like everybody seemed to have a lot of items at their disposal. So,
and again, I hate to interrupt you, but JJBlu has just defeated Bowser himself. Or get your GGs out for JJBlu. Get your GGs out for all 4 of these orders, and make sure you give them a follow. They were excellent today.
Yeah, they put on a really good show for all of us.
Yeah, this was a quick one.
Did you like my one grab without the P-Wing? Like getting the glitching That is like the first time I have tried to get P-Speed after killing one of the Koopalings of it, and I managed to get the wad grab without
We did
having
notice
a
that. It does help you save some time.
I want to say there was a cloud and a hammer on the board. Maybe two hammers and a cloud.
I'm pretty sure there were 2 clouds and 2 hammers on the board for Seed 2.
That's why I was freaking out.
Seed 1. Yeah, there were just so many items for it. I don't think I hadn't had a chance to play the end card game more than once by the time you were talking about that. So I was like, what are you talking about here? It's like, I haven't gotten that yet. But, I didn't know that's what you were referring to specifically. I thought you may be referring to like some sort of bug in the levels or something where you just get like a really weird item pickup in there or something, but I don't know.
That's what I initially thought. I ended up getting my hammer suit from a Toad house, so I stopped. That's probably
nice.
That's probably why I thought a little bit, because you had to go up and down in 5, so I picked up 2 extra hammer.
Yeah, about that. So, guess which doofus decided he was gonna take a chance and get the item from 1/4 instead of clear Boom Boom out like he should have.
Oh no, I fully expected that. Even grabbing the item, I was like, this looks like an up and down. I might as well just grab the item anyway. Just take the up and down.
No, but it would have been way better to have just beaten Boom Boom, because then you make the bridge, you clear 1 of a level there, you do the blue fort, and then you take the pipe, and it's like you have to do like 2 or 3 fewer levels.
Yeah, and I do want to say GG to BigZeeff here. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
BigZeeff.
Pretty good first try clip on that first run, huh, everybody?
Yeah, I do want to say rip on that clip there into the pipe, into the wall.
Yeah, I had to like pull out my phone and see how many minutes 300 seconds goes in. I got like a 5-minute break.
Oh man! Oh.
Yeah, I did get a clip of that, so it is in the SMB3 Randomizer Discord for it.
Got to clip those clips.
Oh, and speaking of clips, then we had the door death in Fort 8, where you got hit by Boo and went through the door at the exact same frame. By the time you got out of the door, boom, gone.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That I'm gonna have to see, because that sounds really like terrible and amazing at the same time.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we had a similar mishap happen yesterday when I was doing the Zelda randomizer swordless. We had a person go on the raft toward the vanilla level 4 spot, and a Lionel beam got through a Lionel beam towards Link's butt, dead.
Oh no.
It's crazy. I've seen some crazy stuff the last couple of days doing commentary. Amazing.
I do want to see how do you think you played it? Because I know in the first seed you seemed a little frustrated with some of your play there, but I feel like the second one you played really well.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with the second one, except for accidentally using that cloud in the plant land. I didn't look to see that bridge, but other than that, I felt like it went pretty good for as good as I am at the game.
Yeah, and a lot of times with these randomizers, like when you get an abundance of items like that too, even just one mishap could really hurt. But overall, you did really well. You did a smart play there at the end of World 8 by just taking the game over to
Man, I really hated that hand. I should have just beaten that first time. I would have saved so much time, but I think that thing sucked me in like 8 times or something like that. Maybe
something like that. Yeah.
Are you challenging Moriasa for the most amount of hand grabs from one thing?
Yeah, if I can get world record in something, that'd be great.
No.
Well, no, that was fun. I mean, I didn't win, but those are some fun seeds. I enjoyed playing.
I would say you guys did put on a heck of a show this afternoon. The first seed, there was a kind of a difference between first and second for both sides, but when it came to this one, it was pretty much neck and neck for the first 2 worlds. It was really close. That's when both Claris and Gamer kind of got their breakaways, but overall, you guys played really well for considering how trolly that seed was a little bit.
Yeah, wasn't one of those the super jump windy? I forget which seed if that was the first or second, but
that was the first one, because I remember specifically taking a hit at the end of the fight just to get it done, because there's like 5 hits on it or something. So she got me in the corner for the last one.
Yeah, in that first one, yeah. Wendy had all the Baconators in the world, 5 HP and the super jump, yeah.
Yeah, I remember going into my items like 4 or 5 times trying to decide whether to use my last P-Wing on that or not, because I was like, man, I ended up just going small Mario and somehow doing it, but I was pretty close to pulling that out.
And again, everybody, this was one of the best races we've seen in a long time. So be sure to give some follows to all the racers out here: gamercal, BigZeeff, clarisdatcom, JJBlu. They all did a heck of a job. Any final notes there, LOZ?
No, I must say all 4 of you played really, really well, and I can't wait to see what you guys have in store for your next races. So, guys, I wish you the best of luck coming up in your next encounters, and we look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Cool. Thanks, man.
My goal was to get 3 wins out of this because I felt that was achievable, and, well, that's happened, so I'm happy now. Whatever happens out of this.
Gamer, I'll see you in the brackets.
Oh.
You reckon? All right.
I'm down for that.
Let's go. Bracket practice in.
All right, everybody. Keep in mind the schedule we have 2 more races tonight. We got a 7 p.m. race that would be starting. Actually, just started. That would be between Gameaholic and Paratrooper 1, and then at 7:30 we'll have a Calvin 856 for Sharky 2107. The first race is on Speed Gaming 2. The second one will be on Speed Gaming 5. So we hope to see you out there.
And then tomorrow we have a breakfast race. It's Magoo is Adorable versus the creator himself, Fred Coughlin, at 11 a.m. Eastern. And then later on at 9:30 p.m. Eastern and 11 p.m. Eastern, a 2-pack of races between Ibubu 7 and One Fine Day. So keep your eyes on the Mario 3 Randomizer Tournament document to find out who is going to be racing and where those races are going to be. So that's going to do it for us here on Speed Gaming 3. On behalf of our 4 runners, GamerCal, BigZeeff, clarisdatcom, and JJBlu, make sure you give them all a follow. For everybody here on our Speed Gaming family of networks, and for my commentator partner, Gimp Extreme, this is LOZ Cards Fan 23 signing off. Have yourselves a great rest of your Sunday. We will see you next time.
See ya.